This sidewalk is too narrow for this shit to be on. Come and get it, Lime. You got another light pole down on Ponce Leon. That's Parkway up there. Check cashers and all that. Dominoes. I don't know what that thing burning. Whatever that address is. Piedmont North Avenue, where there's the post office, and there's an ambulance. There it is. I think that's it. There's your address. Piedmont. $4 a gallon. Jesus. I thought it was supposed to be going down. Looks like it's going back up. No more eating inside of a McDonald's. You cannot open this door. It is locked. No more dining in at McDonald's. Boy, I ain't never heard of something so stupid. I ran across somebody I used to share an apartment with, an outfit that was helping people get off the street. Well, I ran into him today. I hadn't seen him in years. Okay? And he's living out of a rent-a-bed place here in Atlanta. Give him $10 a night. You got a bed to sleep in. And you can take a shower. And some of them have lockers you can put stuff in when you leave during the day. And all he worries about is getting $10 together every day. And he has fathered 2 children. I know he can't be paying child support. I mean, and he's an able-bodied man that doesn't want to work. That's the problem in this country. No one wants to work anymore.
The room for 90 minutes. When Thomas came out, he was carrying a baby with him. A woman also left that room. Inside, officers found 9 animals, including dogs, snakes, and a turtle. Animal control picked up the animals and arrested Thomas.
Ackworth police working to track down 2 murder suspects. Police found 19-year-old Aiden Shaw shot to death inside his home at the Walton Ridge apartment complex on Cobb Parkway early yesterday morning. They believe he was killed during an attempted home invasion. If you know anything, you're asked to call Ackworth investigators.
Opening statements began today in
so they have to put their lives on the line to save lives if they're able to do so.
The police chief says the exercise today was about ensuring a rapid and integrated response to an active shooting. This training, while they are doing it, they really hope they never have to use it. We're live in Southeast Atlanta tonight. Tyler Fingert, Fox 5 News.
Really, I heard some people talking. They weren't really arguing. They were just having a conversation. I heard an extremely loud bang.
Fox 5 cameras were rolling when police removed the apartment door and Shaw's car was towed from the scene. Police believe 2 people may have been involved in the attempted home invasion. Right now, they're reviewing surveillance and ring cameras in that area.
We are working to learn more tonight about a deadly hit and run in DeKalb County. Police were called to Covington Highway at Panola Road around 5 this morning. Officers say 2 vehicles collided almost head-on after one driver veered into another lane. Police say that driver then sped off from the scene before officers arrived. The driver in the other vehicle was seriously injured. and died from their injuries. Police have not said what kind of car they're looking for in connection to the crash. A man was shot several times while driving home from work last Friday. Now police are searching for the shooter as the victim remains hospitalized. Lawrenceville police found the 54-year-old man lying in the intersection of Five Forks Trickham Road and Old Snellville Highway with several gunshot wounds. Investigators say he was riding his moped home after work when someone opened fire. If you have any information, you're urged to contact police. In the store. Take a listen.
Our officers were monitoring their live 911 system and heard an emergency call in reference to the fire that was taking place at the Target located at 2400 North Druid Hills Road. Our officers immediately started in the direction of Target and were able to arrive 3 to 4 minutes after initially hearing the live 911 call and prior to being dispatched by our dispatch center. They were quickly pointed in the direction of where the suspect was located, and the individual responsible for setting the fire was taken into custody.
And you can see now Brookhaven police still riding through the scene. Lots of customers heading back to their cars, disappointed. Now, police say they are booking that suspect into the DeKalb County Jail, but at this point, no name has been released. We are reporting live in DeKalb County. Angelique Proctor, Fox 5.
All right, Angelique, thanks. On Peachtree Road in Buckhead and on Piedmont Road at Lindbergh. Investigators say that there were likely a cover for shoplifting. There are also fires at the Walmart on Howell Mill Road and a Walmart in Peachtree City.
All right, let's show you this live look outside over the CDC campus. More of a gray and gloomy day today.
Yeah, temperatures not too bad outside either. Fox 5 Storm Team Chief Meteorologist David Chanley out on the Fox 5 weather deck to track how the rest of the week is going to
on the ongoing debt ceiling negotiations. He tells us Republicans don't want to see a default. Donors reportedly want Florida Governor Ron DeSantis to change his media strategy. This comes as a poll shows the majority of Floridians prefer Trump over DeSantis in a possible 2024 bid. We could $1 trillion debt limit. The Republican-led House of Representatives working with the White House to find some common ground.
Joe Biden's going to gaslight you.
Spoke on the issue, expressing a bit of optimism. And today's Melina Wisecup is following this development and joins us from Capitol Hill. So, Melina, where do we stand right now on the debt ceiling negotiation?
So President Biden has appointed 2 top-level officials to work with Speaker McCarthy's staff to hash out the details of a debt ceiling deal. Those negotiators met last night shortly after the president met with those 4 congressional leaders. And as you mentioned, both
he's going to veto it.
Held press conferences at the same time this morning where they both expressed optimism about avoiding a default, which essentially would mean the federal government would be unable to meet its financial obligations.
Which is bullshit.
Ability to work together.
Who try to open up and work and have access to their markets, and at every turn they're working against and undermining our way of government and our way of life.
And the United States needs to defend itself because China is propagating this narrative that we spread the coronavirus to China.
Be careful raising a baby tiger, because one day it will grow up and eat you.
Missiles to foreign adversaries like Russia, China, and Iran.
2 of the 5 cases involve dismantling alleged procurement networks created to help the Russian military and intelligence services obtain sensitive technologies in violation of U.S. export control laws.
In another case, a former software engineer from Apple was accused of stealing proprietary data before his last day at the company in 2018. Then, investigators searched Weibo Wang's home and found Apple.
Again?
Well, I guess there is some slight chance that Biden's veto could be overridden. You know, Kevin McCarthy could make the right deals with the right people and put some pressure on the Senate. It could happen. I mean, I doubt it. We just have to keep spotlighting how the Biden administration is just making
too many socialists and Democrats.
All the problems that are going on over
They're
there.
communists
I mean,
themselves.
it's pretty clear that our economy is way too dependent on China, and no one is doing anything about it. And then you have all these, just insults to humanity going on, and the Biden administration, which is, worried about all sorts of social issues here is not worried about social issues there. I'm hoping that Republicans in Congress continue down this road of trying to take action against this to stop this. And then ultimately, voters in 2024 are just going to have to decide, do we really want more of this?
Steve Malloy, thank you so much for the one of the Constitution.
It was a big Supreme Court case that just came out of your state.
And I apologize, Senator. In my 11 years of practice and my 5 years on the bench, I have not dealt with the Dormant Commerce Clause. But if I am so fortunate enough to be confirmed and have to deal with it in the future, I would certainly research it and, be prepared.
The big case Kennedy referred to centered around a California law about pork products. The Justice Department argued against the state, saying it violated the Dormant Commerce Clause. The clause prohibits one state from discriminating against another state's commerce. But the Supreme Court last week ruled in favor of California, allowing it to continue certain welfare standards on pork imports from other states.
Terrorists. The case was brought by the family of a man killed in a 2017 ISIS attack. But in a ruling written by Justice Clarence Thomas, the plaintiff's allegations are insufficient to establish that these defendants aided and abetted ISIS in carrying out the relevant attack.
The court has clarified that there needs to be much more of a nexus and proof of actual, meaningful, knowing participation in, say, a terrorist act.
The Supreme Court has also thrown a separate case against Google back to the lower courts. The court sidestepping questions regarding Section 230, which shields platforms from liability based on third-party content. Family members of an American student killed in the 2015 Paris attacks sued YouTube's owner, alleging the platform helped the Islamic State by allowing it to post hundreds of videos that incited potential supporters.
The court was hostile to the idea that the tech companies could be held liable under these circumstances for something like a terrorist attack, where it's clear that they didn't have any knowing
What about Antifa?
Attack.
But the attorney who represented the student's family argued social media companies need to be held accountable.
The social media have been immune for too many years. Social media has social responsibility.
The Supreme Court is expected to rule on other high-profile cases on issues like affirmative action, religious liberty, and student loan forgiveness in the weeks ahead. At the Supreme Court, Madla Rivera, Fox News.
January. Before now, states only banned TikTok on government-issued, not personal devices.
TikTok is a national security threat. This app steals information and data from users, and its ability to share that data with the Chinese Communist Party is unacceptable and infringes on Montana's rights to privacy.
The Chinese company ByteDance owns TikTok. Lawmakers and the FBI fear the Chinese government could get data from private American citizens through
And
the
they
app.
do.
ByteDance claims that's not the case.
That's a lie.
Look over Helen, Georgia tonight. The roadways are wet. There's not a lot of pedestrian traffic there on the sidewalk as we usually see in that area. It's been kind of a rainy, wet day all day across the northern part of the state.
Yeah, it sure has. It kind of adds to the ambiance there.